Hi everyone, welcome back to a new video. Thank you for joining me on my channel again. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy this video, and if you do, give this video a thumbs up and definitely check out the rest of the videos on my channel because there might be something that's there for you. Today I'm going to be talking about how to find the best UK apprenticeships. I feel like this is a really important video for you guys. I'm really excited to bring it for you today because I feel like it will be packed full of useful information for you. There was a lot of interest shown in my application process for my Google apprenticeship. I'm going to link it above here in case you haven't watched it, but basically I go into a lot more depth about my actual application process, so that's a lot more of a chatty video, but today I'm gonna cut all the chat in and basically just bring you all the information that you are actually here for. Yeah, hopefully you find it useful. Definitely let me know in the comments if you did. But basically just a brief run through of how I got my apprenticeship. I found mine on notgoingtouni.com, and then that redirected me to a website called White Hat, which is where I carried on the rest of my application, and they're currently my education provider on my apprenticeship now. So I've had a great experience with them so far, so I definitely would recommend their website, and it's tailored a lot more to kind of business sector roles. So we've got digital marketing, which is what I do, business admin, there's roles in finance, and also roles in IT and engineering, I think, and they are also London specific. So if that's what you're interested in, then that might be a great place to start from you, and I would definitely recommend them. So I found mine on Not Going to Uni website, and that was a great website for alternatives to university, obviously. And also if you're looking to do anything like a gap year or anything other than university, maybe like volunteer work, they have loads of information on their website, so I definitely just go check that out anyway. But for all the websites that I'm going to mention in this video, you can probably turn on email notifications, and if you can, definitely do it, because it will save you a lot of time going and scrolling through websites day after day, because you do have to constantly check. Whereas if you put your email notifications on, they will send you maybe like weekly updates of new roles that have come up, or anything tailored to your interest that they might ask you to put in. So yeah, that's a bit of advice from me. Now, Not Going to Uni apparently have a Twitter page that I wasn't aware of when I applied for. They put up tweets every time there's a new role on there, I think, or kind of just keep it updated on their Twitter page. So that might be a good way to follow them as well, because most likely you'll be scrolling through Twitter most days anyway. So yeah, that's how I did mine. And again, if you do want to find out more information about that, I've got a whole nother video on it. Just before I go through all the other websites that I'd recommend, I feel like, looking back on it now, the best way to do it would be like this. So I'm going to go through it now. I feel like employers of apprenticeships don't push the apprenticeship roles as much as they should in terms of advertising and kind of social media coverage. Like, they don't really invest a lot of money into creating awareness around them. So often you miss a lot and they are hard to find. I think it's definitely something that needs to be worked on, because it's not really fair on people. A lot of people that don't want to go to university don't even know about these opportunities, so hopefully through this video you will find things that you didn't even know existed that might be right for you. But I think, looking back on it now, the best way to go about it would be to kind of realise what sort of sector you want to go into, and then get a list of employers that you think you'd be interested in. So say if it's fashion, what fashion brands are you interested in? And also I'd kind of consider, okay, maybe if you like a certain brand, is that really the right company to go with? Think about the company's status. Are they fast growing? Are they in the right location for you? Are they in an exciting time, or are they kind of in a decline sort of stage that might be a bit more challenging and not as exciting as you'd hoped? So that's a lot of factors to consider, and I feel like I want to do a whole video on kind of planning your future and kind of what sector you want to go into and what companies are good to consider, and the kind of the questions you need to ask yourself. But that's a good place to start. And honestly, just Google it. Say if you're interested in the tech industry, kind of what I'm into, Google like biggest tech companies in London, based in London, and hopefully you'll have a few companies that you're interested in that do actually come up. Because say marketing, digital marketing, like there's no such thing as a marketing industry. You could market for the catering industry or the fashion industry, so you need to kind of figure that out first, and then go on their websites and research whether they have apprenticeship roles, because often they have sections on their website but they don't advertise it. So The BBC, I'm pretty sure, don't advertise theirs. Consultancy firms like Accenture, they have some great graduate internship and apprenticeship schemes. I am going to make another video coming soon. If you have any more questions on it, feel free to leave them in the comments or DM me on Instagram, because I feel like that's a really vital part of your application process, and that's probably the way I wish I would have done it now. But then saying that, also looking at kind of recruitment, are they called recruitment websites, like job listing websites, you do come across opportunities that you probably never thought existed that might suit you better, so don't completely rule it out. The ideal situation would be to do a mixture of both. I know it's time consuming, but it would definitely be worth it in the end. So other websites that I would recommend is getmyfirstjob.com. That's obviously tailored to kind of like your starting out your career, so apprenticeships, graduate jobs, so that might be a really good place to look at. And also kind of the main one is gov.uk. Obviously that's the government website, but they have a whole section for apprenticeships on there where you can tailor certain keywords, certain locations and certain industries, so that's a really good place to look. But when I was applying, I never found any look out of that. There weren't many listings on there that really interested me. It's all subjective and personal, I think, depending on what you want to do. Also the UCAS website, although it's predominantly for university applications, they do have a section for apprenticeships on there, which I didn't really look much into, so I can't give too much information on that. Definitely take some time to have a look at that too. I'd also recommend the website What Career Live. I was never aware of this when I was applying for my apprenticeship, but this is tailored to school leavers. So they also have university opportunities on there, but they also have apprenticeship and job role opportunities on there too. So that's a great place to look. And I think they also hold annual career fairs, like What Career Live exhibitions, so that might be good to go to if there's one near your area. It might be nice to actually talk to the people behind the job roles and the kind of companies and employers. That might sort of change your opinions on things or help you find out a bit more. And also just at our school, I never really took advantage of this, but most schools I think have a careers advisor. We had one at our school, but I'd never really spoken to him just because I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. And I feel like I already had sort of mentors in place, so I really trusted my business teacher, and we used to have sort of them conversations that would probably be repeated by the careers advisor. So not necessarily a careers advisor, but if you trust someone at your school, like a teacher, and you really value their advice, then don't be afraid to kind of ask them how they got to where they are today or what they recommend. It's always just great to ask around. I think that just about rounds up everything that I wanted to say. Hopefully this video has been really useful. If you have any questions on anything that I've mentioned, please let me know. I'd love to. I just want to be of help to you guys. And I just want to mention that I love when people kind of message me when they've applied to certain roles or they've got an interview and want some advice, or they've actually been successful in certain roles that they've applied for. So, you know, if you want to kind of tell someone, if you want any advice on anything, then feel free to message me. I love hearing your guys' stories, and I feel really honoured that you like want to message me and tell me. And a lot of you sound like really excited about certain things, and I'm get really excited for you. So it's great that I've actually been useful to some of you. Definitely check out the other videos on my channel if you haven't already, and if you have any video suggestions or anything you want to know about apprenticeships, then or just career advice, definitely let me know. But thank you for watching today, and I'll hopefully see you in some of my other videos soon.